Now the 2-0. A swing and a high fly ball to left center field. Does that have enough? Back to the wall. Goodbye, home run. A swing and a fly ball left field. Hoibaugh is at the wall. Goodbye, home run. Captains win it. The lefty, Hoyt deals. 1-2 pitch, a swing and a drive to left. Quadrado is back to the wall. Goodbye, home run. Captains walk it off.
It's time for Captains Live on the Lake County Captains Radio Network, presented by the Ohio Media School from our All Sports Cleveland studios.
Welcome into the Lake County Captains pregame show presented by the Ohio Media School. I'm your host, Christian Grutella. Joined alongside me on the other side of the glass, we have Cory. Cory, how's it going tonight?
It's going pretty good. Captains win last night, so I'm pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, that they did. As we are getting you set here for Game 2 of 3 between the Lake County Captains and the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. Lake County comes into tonight at 20-15. Fort Wayne coming in at 15-20. And last night, the Captains picked up the win 4-3 as Shane McCarthy was able to get his 4th win of the season, moving to 4-2. And the Captains were able to put up 1 run in the first inning, and then it was, scoreless the next couple of innings from both sides, and then Lake County was able to get 3 runs in the 5th inning. Then right after that, in the 6th inning, Fort Wayne was able to answer back with 3 runs of their own, but they were unable to get that last run to tie the ball game up. Mitch Reeves, Bo Naylor, and Quentin Holmes all with RBIs, as well as JJ Berardi, who has been doing pretty good so far this year as well. And a lot of it coming from great pitching, and then Jesse Berardi, who we'll talk about in a little bit, who has been hot so far this year. But Shane McCarthy with another stellar outing. He went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, and allowed 3 runs, only 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts yesterday. And a really good collective. As a unit from the bullpen, Lake County coming in to finish off that game, and they were able to hang in to get the win at 4-3. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here on the Captains Live pregame show. When we come back, we will get you set for tonight's matchup, Game 2 of the 3-game series of Lake County taking on Fort Wayne. Stay right here right after the break. We'll have you set for the Game 2 of the 3-game series. Welcome back to the Lake County Captains pregame show presented by the Ohio Media School. I'm your host, Christian Grutella. On the other side of the glass, we have Cory Hoibaugh, and we are getting you set here for Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Lake County Captains and the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, and is game number 36 on the year and the 20th home game of the season. It's going to be Luis Oviedo going up against Efrain Contreras. But first, Cory, it's been a beautiful day in Northeast Ohio thus far. What is the weather looking like over there at Classic Park for tonight's game?
I'll be honest, I'm excited to say, reports coming in, 0% chance of rain.
That's good. That's really
Big,
good.
Fat 0. I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, that is good stuff, as it has been a great, beautiful day here across Northeast Ohio. And Cory, you have a little bit more on the captain's right-hander for tonight's game, Luis Oviedo.
All right, tonight for the Captains, they do have the right-hander Luis Oviedo pitching for them. This will be his 8th start. His last start in Beloit against the Snappers, he went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, and actually a season high in pitches with 91. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does after putting in that much work on his arm. I know sometimes pitchers, when they do go out and pitch quite a good length into a game, sometimes the next game they're not quite where they want to be, so it's going to be interesting, especially with him being on a young arm. But I'd say on the season, he's done pretty good. He started off real hot. I believe the first 2 games he pitched, he didn't give up a single run. He's kind of cooled off a little bit, but he's still pitching pretty good for the Captains, so I'm excited to see how he does today.
Yeah, Oviedo, really a stunning outing by him last time he was on the mound in Beloit. And really, he's pitched really well all season. A couple of games he hasn't gotten the run support you would want him to get, and has resulted in no decisions. but definitely a solid year for Oviedo. As for the tin caps on the mound, it's going to be Efrain Contreras, and so far this season, he's 1-1 with a 3.86 ERA in 6 games that he started. He's over 28 innings. He's given up 27 hits, 12 runs, all of them earned. Only 2 home runs he's given up, though. 8 walks, and he has 31 strikeouts, so a little bit over a strikeout per inning. So it's definitely going to be a great matchup between the two. He hasn't had as many wins as you'd like in 6 games started. Only 1 win, but only 1 loss. So a couple no decisions there. His last time out, he did not get the decision as he went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, only one earned run, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. So a solid game for both of these pitchers that they are coming off of. It'll be a great matchup here tonight, and it all starts for Lake County with that offense, Cory, as we all know.
Yeah. No, as of right now, the hottest hitter the Captains have is Jesse Berardi. His last 10 games in 36 at-bats, he scored 6 runs, has 11 hits, 3 RBIs, no home runs, not a big power bat, but with 4 walks, only 7 strikeouts, a stat line of 306 batting average. Berardi's been pretty hot for the Captains, so they're going to need somebody like Berardi. Like last night, I believe it was 14 hits combined between the teams. Only one of them was an extra base hit by Quentin Holmes. So they did get their big hit last night. They're definitely going to need somebody tonight to also step up and get that big hit, and Berardi might be that guy.
Yeah, that will be good for Lake County if they can have guys step up, as we all know what multiple guys on this roster are capable of. If you look at guys like Tyler Freeman, very young, high draft picked by the Indians in the farm system right now, only 9 strikeouts in 112 at-bats. Just a ridiculous stat.
Dang.
They get a lot of production from all of these young players, Cory.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I'm interested to see. I know Will Benson wasn't in the lineup last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see if he's in the lineup tonight. I believe, actually, let me check. I think we got the lineups.
Yeah, we do have the lineups. Actually, I've got it right in front of me, and he is not in the line. Or no, he is. Excuse me. He's DHing tonight. He will bat third for the Captains as Bo Naylor will lead it off, followed by Tyler Freeman and then Benson there in the third hole with Mitch Reeves right behind him. Mitch Reeves, while we're on topic, Mitch Reeves has had a great season so far for Lake County. He got the official call-up from Mahoning Valley about a month and a half ago, I believe it was. I know it was in the middle of a doubleheader against the Bowling Green Hot Rods. He got the call-up. He's played great for them. He's got 19 RBIs on the season and 3 home runs. So definitely getting some good production from Reeves and Benson, and it's going to be a good 1-2 punch there at the 3 and 4 spot, as well as the 1-2 punch between Bo Naylor and Tyler Freeman, a couple of the Indians' top draft picks in the recent years. Speaking of Bowling Green and a couple other teams, we're looking at the standings here. Great Lakes Loons, the Dodgers affiliate, is on top in the Eastern Division at 20-13. Lake County right behind them. They're only a game back at 20-15. And then if we look at the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, they are also in the Eastern Division of the Midwest League as they sit at 15-20. They're 6 games back from the top spot by the Great Lakes Loons. The top team overall in the Midwest League, that belongs to the Quad City River Bandits at 22-11. That is the Houston Astros affiliate. Fort Wayne looking to bounce back here tonight, climb up in the standings. Cory, as we know, the minor league here in the Midwest League is split into 2 halves, so every game really counts, crucial if you want to get a playoff spot.
Oh, no, absolutely. And the Captains, for quite a while, beginning of the season, they kind of held that top spot to themselves. They've faltered a little bit, but they haven't really, taken a nosedive or anything like that. So I believe, sitting 1 game back, was it, or half a game back?
1 game back.
1 game back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as long as the Captains can stay afloat, can stay where they are, and, within a game, even if you got to take the lead, I think the Captains are going to be just fine. I think they're right where they want to be at this point in the season.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of the Captains being in contention there, a lot of that is due to these young guys, like we mentioned, Tyler Freeman being the leader of the group, and Bo Naylor, the catcher. He's really had a good year for the Captains so far, as he has 90 plate appearances and 11 RBIs and a home run, and he is batting 200 right now. So you look for him to get that average up a little bit, but he's been productive for this team. and he should be pretty productive tonight, Corey. As we look at, I think, just talking about how big of a key Will Benson is for this captain's team. Is there's a lot of young guys here, but they're very matured for their age and the level of baseball they play. You can tell these guys know what they're doing, and they definitely come to the ballpark ready to play.
Mm-hmm. Now, I had a question for you about Bo Naylor.
Yeah,
I've noticed the captains like him in the leadoff spot. They have to put him in there quite a bit.
Yeah.
On the season, you just mentioned that he's batting a even 200. Over the last 10 games, he's actually at about 176.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not a base stealer. He doesn't have any stolen bases. He's been caught twice. I know the prototypical leadoff guy is the get on base and the speedster. What do you think about putting Bo Naylor in the leadoff spot? You think you like the move?
Yeah, I like it. I think Bo Naylor's he hits for power. A lot of these guys are power hitters too. At the same time, you have guys like tonight's lineup. You look at it. Quentin Holmes, a speedster guy on the season so far. He has a couple of steals. He has, let me see here, stolen bases for Quentin Holmes has 2 stolen bases on the year. Yeah, a couple of stolen bases. So a couple of speedster guys at the bottom of the lineup, but a lot of these guys, including Bo Naylor included, hit for power. Will Benson, another power hitter, leads the team in home runs. Mitch Reeves, another power hitter. They have a lot of power in this lineup, and I think it's scattered well throughout. I think that's really what's helped the Captains win games this year, aside from their starting pitching and the great bullpen that they have thus far. I think that these guys who are able to hit for power have really helped Lake County, and as you know, they've been the king of the Midwest League in home runs, leading the last 2 seasons, leading the league in home runs, and Will Benson is a big part of that, and a couple other of these guys this year have been too.
Oh, I definitely say that Will Benson is a big, big part of that. Now, we got about a minute left, just about a little bit more than that. What would you say the key to the game is for you, Christian?
The key to the game for me, I would say the run support. Like you said, Luis Oviedo coming off of a lot of pitches. He went deep into that game, 91 pitches, the most in a game in his career. And, like you said, sometimes you come back maybe a little bit out of rhythm, but he's had a good amount of rest. I think he will come back and he will do his job. But I think it's important for Lake County to get out on the board quickly, as Lake County really thrives when they're playing at home at Classic Park. So I'd expect them to do the same tonight. What about you?
I don't want to sound cliche. It's going to sound cliche, obviously, since I said that. But get the big hit. The last 5 games the Captains have played have been decided by 3 runs or less. So when there's runners in the pond, knock them home. That's all I can really say about that.
Exactly. Going to be a great game of baseball tonight. Once again, Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Lake County Captains and the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, and it is game number 36 on the season. But that's going to go ahead and do it for us here at the Ohio Media School. Thank you for listening to the Lake County Captains pregame show. For Cory Hoibaugh, I'm Christian Grutella saying everybody have a great rest of your night, and we're going to go ahead and throw it over to Eastlake to Andrew Luftglass on the call.
Get your kids the best value in sports with the Captain's Kids Season Pass. For only $50, kids 12 and under can get into every Captain's game for free, plus other great benefits. That's a $650 value for just $50. Visit captainsbaseball.com for more information.